it's good for the sport. We got all the podcasters, we got all the hip hop media talking about hip hop. Not
bars,
get ready
dissecting
with you,
lines,
not who's texting who, not who's fucking who's man. It's hip hop.
Yo, before we get into the interview, man, I want to give a shout out to all my radio stations all across the country who have the Bootleg Kev Show as an official affiliate. Man, we're on the radio in about 100 cities nationwide every day. Want to give a shout out to Real 92.3 in LA. Shout out to The Beat in Miami. Shout out to Wild 94.1 in Tampa. Shout out to Hot 98.3 in Tucson. Power 98.3 in Phoenix. We 102.9 in Portland. We're all over the country. So you could tap in with that radio show. If you want to know if we're on in your city, just go to bootlegkev.com. The full list of cities is there. You might hear us. Let's get into the interview. Bootleg Kev Podcast, Bootleg Kev Show. We got a special guest in here. I just told him at the very moment he has my second favorite album of 2025.
Crazy, dog.
It's up. It might ease into one.
Yeah.
But yo, Ray Vaughn.
What's the deal?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. I told you, man, like this album, I feel like we're considering this
Album?
a mixtape. It's a mixtape, right?
It's a mixtape, yeah.
Okay. I mean, fuck, man, we've been waiting for this album for 7 fucking years.
Niggas do not respect the mixtape game. Everybody's an album.
Okay. This mixtape
Yeah.
is very much the music that I have been waiting for you to release.
Yeah.
The level of vulnerability on here.
It's what you know me for from like years back.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I wonder, the first thing I wanted to ask you is, this is such a personal album, and it's a personal album not just for you, but for your family. Do you play this for family members to kind of like let them know, like, hey, certain shit's talked about?
Hell no.
No. It's just like, yo, it comes out.
Mm-mm.
When the music comes out, do you get feedback from like some of the people that maybe you spoke on in the
most of the time they be like, man, I appreciate you for like putting that out.
Right.
I appreciate you for doing that. Me, I'll be like, I don't care if you like it or not.
Right.
It's like asking permission to be vulnerable is crazy. It's my perspective.
100%.
However you feel about it, however you feel about it. So anybody fucks me over.
Would you consider this a concept project?
Conceptual, a little bit.
Feels like a lot of the, like it was, I kind of tied in like at the end of some of the skits and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I feel like we get to the end and it's kind of like, yeah, it's so good. Because the Shasta record is such a personal song about your mom.
Mm-hmm.
I relate to that because my son's mom, who just passed away from addiction, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
He like, I was listening to it in the car with him and I kind of tell he was like, like I feel like that's the type of record that speaks to so many people who are dealing with having like an unstable parent who's dealing with addiction and shit.
Yeah, it's not just like for me, it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody who hear that's like you said, dealing with that or dealt with it at some degree,
right,
or level of capacity where it's like it's gonna speak to them when they're like, damn, even if it's your son,
right?
You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like that's important to make records.
Is it hard to like when you're recording a song like that? Are you able to record a song like that with a studio full of people?
Yeah, because that's what it's gonna be. The plan is for it to be performed worldwide.
Right.
So I don't give a fuck.
If you can't record. I don't know if it's like, yo, I got to be alone just to lay this one down and get this out.
I had one song like that. I had one song. Not on the project, but y'all gonna hear it later. But I had one song like that was like, it needs to just be me and the engineer. Can't be nobody else. I ain't gonna be able to get through it.
Was it the song I heard that made me want to cry?
Yeah.
Fucking 2 years ago when I heard it?
Yeah.
Such a good, oh man.
Yeah, so it's like that. Other than that, nah, I'll be like, it is what it is.
Was Miles Away from Heaven you rapping from the perspective of your mom?
Nah. Like, so where the perspective is messed up, where people think like my mom was a drug addict. My mom was an alcoholic, and my mom suffered from schizophrenia and like depression, anxiety, like that type of shit. So it's like, that's what Flash Shasta about. Flash Shasta is a song about like somebody missing their screws or like,
yeah, and then
bubbles growing.
You would only know this too, right? Because like alcohol adds to those mental disorders in like an insane way.
Yeah, it get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but it gives it when you know what's wrong, it makes you able to be able to give them grace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For one, and then but like Miles Away from Heaven is more so like my other family that's dealing with addiction. Where it's like those perspectives. Second verse is more to me where it's like depression, anxiety, and shit like that. When I used to be, I'm not no more. I'm in a good space. I'm good. That was like years ago, but in that time frame. Now I'm like straight.
Yeah. Do you feel like you had to get through, because you've had so much grief and so much shit to deal with? I mean, fuck, if you listen to this album and like you didn't know anything about Ray Vaughn, you'd be like, damn, this motherfucker's been through a lot of
Yeah, motherfucker like, man, I want to give you a hug. I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
They see me, I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You meet me, I'm good. I don't have no.
Was for you like, because this has been like such a journey since you signed to TDE to get, you know, like I said, to kind of get to this point. Obviously, you've been on tour with Zay and, you know, you've had viral moments and people know you, you know what I mean? But like, was this like your first project under TDE where you feel like you kind of like let people in for real?
Yeah, I feel like this the most vulnerable I've ever been in music, like, period. Even on my old freestyles, I wasn't this vulnerable where it's like, and making them songs, it was just freestyles. Now these are songs that people can keep playing over and over and over and over and over and over. So that's kind of like the space I was in when I was making that. Like, I'm going to just be me, unapologetically, give vulnerability as much as I can for myself, and then put it out and see what people fuck with it.
You used to really get beat with a boiled extension cord?
I didn't say me, I said my cousin.
But they used to boil the extension cord?
My auntie hit me in my face with a bottle and said sorry when the damage was done. In actuality, it was really supposed to land on her son. Boiled extension cords to beat him on his back so it stung. It's real life, like real. My right here, this little.
I see the scar.
Yeah, like, and then on my eyes, like if I close my eyes, like she threw a bottle. She was trying to hit him, and that shit broke on me. Damn. I never told my mom because my mom would have beat the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Where auntie pulls you off to the side and says, "Look."
She didn't tell me that. I just knew
but
that.
You kind of knew.
I knew my mom would have beat the shit out of her. So I'm like, I'm never even going to tell her. My mom would have beat the fuck out that woman.
What did you tell your mom happened?
I would say I was fighting with my cousins.
Like we were playing?
Yeah, it was like we was playing for sure. And she kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. But yeah, that's what happened. But that day, she like boiled the extension cord, beat him, put him up against the wall. Like, I'm the devil's wife, motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to come over here no more.
Yeah, that'd be like, this will be the last time I come over here,
it ain't
auntie.
fun over here no more. These niggas crazy.
I'm leaking. I'm watching my fucking
crazy,
my cousin
dog.
get fucked up with an extension
Crazy.
cord. Holy shit. Are you still tight with this aunt? Is she still around? I don't know.
She's still around, but like we ain't really tight. We just like
she's around, yeah.
Yeah,
she's
around.
auntie. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, no, it's fucking an amazing album, and I love some of these feature choices. Like I love to see you working with Samara's someone who's
she's so fire, like
incredible.
She's fire. I seen her on this tour with Zay. I was on the tour with Zay, and then she popped out. I'm like, this girl. I wanted to see what she brought, and I'm like, all right. Oh yeah, she fire immediately. I'm like, okay, she fire. Then I found out we got the same birthday.
Oh, you guys were born on the same day.
So I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. Like, and then we just locked in, and me and her have just been friends ever since.
She's so talented.
Like, she's like one of those people who like I see me like growing with. You know what I'm saying?
I tried to get Musa to sign her like 4 years ago.
It happens.
Yeah. And then he hit me like 2 years ago. I was like, yo, is she still available? I was like, I don't think so, buddy. I think it's too late.
I think it's too late, bucko.
I think you missed out, man.
He said, yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, but hey, talk to me. Fast forward, album's out, it's doing well. You're the kind of the flag waver of this West Coast movement against Joey Badass that happened a couple of weeks ago, and I think it was all in good sport, by the way.
Yeah, I think it wasn't. It started in January.
No, I know, but I feel like obviously the cipher came out.
He responded. He finally responded after like 3 months, and then like that's kind of like
right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that you're definitely right.
It was almost like the cipher was like the point of like, okay, the cipher's out, and it kind of just stirred up everything again. Which,
brought it back up. He responded.
Yeah.
His mind was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything else until he responds. He responded, and then it's all right for sure. Now we're engaged. After that, that's what it was. I just felt like it was I feel like it was in good sport. I just feel like it got muddy with everybody else being involved. That's kind of like where it's like, I don't, because it's gonna look a certain way because like 20 niggas
that way
on one person. So it's kind of like
it just felt like everybody was like throwing their hat in the ring, and I understand to a certain extent, like, but at the same time, it was like. It just, like you said, it became muddy.
Yeah, it just got muddy to where it's like, all right, for sure, the noise.
Because he was kind of the only guy over there.
Only guy standing over there. And if you getting packed out and you standing up and you don't fall, niggas gonna all automatically look at you like.
And then Joey fucking got the fuck. I mean, Joey's one of the greats.
That's what I said. I was telling somebody, I'm like, first of all, it's sport. It's not even no real beef. Me and him don't like.
Of course, I'm sure if you guys saw each other today, it'd be fucking. You guys would
hip-hop,
talk about
baby.
each other like, yo, that line was crazy.
Yeah, it's not like no space of like he trying to kill somebody, I'm trying to kill.
Right.
It's not that. We ain't on that. It's rap. It's real rap. It's real rap though. Don't get it twisted. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's real rap. But from a space of like, it's good for the sport. We got all the fucking podcasters. We got all the hip hop media talking about hip hop. Not
Bars,
get ready
dissecting
with you,
lines.
Not who's texting who, not who's fucking who's man. It's hip hop.
Yep.
Straight hip hop. Whereas like everybody else who jumped in, they got more light than they have ever had in their career too. You getting reviewed and reacted to by people with millions of views.
Yep.
So for me being like the flagship nigga of that, whereas like I'm the person who felt the way the most, and I'm the person who jumped out the face to say something. I fuck with the fact, like, I'm one of the reasons that niggas felt compelled to like, no, let's rap. I'm all for that. It was all sport. It's all, you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
My favorite record that you dropped was the GoldenEye one.
Disrespectful, huh?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Joey record?
Finals.
Hard.
Finals. Probably my favorite Joey record. I liked Crash Dummy though.
Crash Dummy was sick too.
Crash Dummy cool. Like I like the hook and I like the beat. I feel like the beat was just an automatic like.
When he brings in Loaded Lux, are you like,
I hope he don't fucking say nothing about me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I was thinking.
Loaded Lux is different,
I
dog.
like this nigga Loaded Lux.
I feel like the Loaded Lux Daylight thing is really what we got.
Yeah. That was more so for Daylight. I'm
for
just
sure.
Like, I ain't did nothing to this man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But all right, fuck it. Like I'm gonna thug it out. It's just like, all right.
Yeah, I think it was pretty evident. Like, yo, this is all like, you know, at the end of the day, like Ab-Soul and Joey. I went to that tour like when they were on tour together. I went to that show.
Yeah.
You know, I interviewed both of those guys on the same tour bus that tour. So I thought it was dope that cypher came out and it kind of showed everybody like,
this is hip hop.
This is some rap shit.
Yeah,
dog.
It's hip hop. It's like rap. We can do it. He'll say it in front of like it's hip hop. So it was good for the sport.
And the TDE shit. I wonder what Tom thinks about this.
What?
The TDE? He got the LLC in the website.
Oh, like that shit funny. Like
that shit's hilarious.
Yeah, we laugh like it's like, oh, he trolling. Like we laughed at that shit like, oh, it's funny. It's not like we don't, like I said, it just is what it is. It's hip hop.
Yeah.
And most importantly, we got everybody tuned in to hip hop.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like people started tuning in late. So they're like, oh, what's next? What's going on? What's da-da-da? Like, bro, it was like 38 songs dropped in like 4 days.
Oh, it was a lot, dude. The output was insane. Were you just like on standby with a mic?
I was out of town, like doing business. So like, it just was like, I'm like finding studios.
So you're just like, yo, I got to get, you're not like Scarlett in the hotel room with a shitty mic. Like we got to fucking.
Yeah, nah.
Were you like proactively like, I'm going to do 5 today just in case?
I couldn't. It was too much stuff going on.
That's a lot.
So it was like, for me, like what I had going on. I wish, you know what I'm saying? But it was overall, I feel like it was like, like I said, it just, to me, only thing that made me like, because it gets so muddy, where it's like, damn, I can't even get the fair one.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you. Because as a hip hop fan, I enjoyed.
Everybody tuned in. Everybody like, yo, this rap. This is what we here for. So I'm me personally, like I enjoyed what it was. You know
Right. For sure. You got with LaRusell on this new project too, who's somebody who's, by the way, nobody from the Bay replied. It's interesting. Did you notice that?
You said nobody from the Bay replied?
To the
Joey thing?
Yeah. I think Simba was close.
Simba might have replied.
Simba didn't. He didn't reply, but I know he thought about it.
He probably did.
He was here and he was like, should I? And I told him, I said, don't do it.
Just because money.
This is not for you.
Just because money. But if he would have, I would have respected it. Like,
yeah.
I get it. Everybody who wanted to get something, they got their shit off. I think I seen something that made me like, I think it was Guap Dad.
He had a good point where he was like, yo, man.
I don't think that was a good point. I feel like it was like Jada, like you with them. It's just like this, y'all, that's y'all fight. You know what I'm saying? And
I think when we think of West Coast sometimes, like
it's still a one coast.
I agree. Shout out to, I always say Arizona's West Coast, Seattle's West Coast,
so
Vegas West Coast.
It just felt like that. And I'm like, me being a flagship nigga is like.
But it did feel like some LA shit, low key. It felt like everybody from LA.
Even though that's because everybody from LA is jumping in. We not talking about responding to what he said though.
the initial line
His
about
initial
everyone,
line,
yeah,
because
riding the
people
West
got
Coast
jaded
did,
on what the actual problem is because there's so many other people. The actual problem is he literally disrespected the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So anybody who jumped in, that's why it's like muddy, but it's still like fair because you disrespected the West Coast entirety.
Right,
So
right.
if anybody else jump in, that's what it is. But you know what I'm saying? But it just gets muddy when it's too many people on one person.
For
Get
sure.
it? But I'm saying for that comment when he said that, I was just like, damn, that kind of like look like if a nigga got his opinion of like, oh, who they feel like, oh, this, wins, loss, whatever your case is. But when it's like, oh, that's your fight, it's like I was just like, damn, that kind of like
For sure.
turn my head at it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, we got to stop the interview to tell you about our good folks at MyBookie. The NBA Finals are set, and we are excited to watch two of the smallest market teams to ever make it. Kind of crazy. Thunder versus Pacers. Now, the smart money, I mean, let's just be honest. It's going to be the Thunder. The Thunder might sweep these bastards. With that being said, however you feel like it's going to go, maybe you want to vote on who's going to get the MVP at the NBA Finals. Maybe you want to start getting some of those NFL future bets in. Whatever the case is, you can get all those bets in, plus get down with some of that baseball. Get in on the action. MyBookie.ag. Use that promo code BOOTLEG when you sign up because you get that first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's how it goes down, all right? You put in $1,000, they're going to give you another $1,000. That's how they go, all right? And there's so much you could do on MyBookie. Not only can you get in on the sportsbook action, but also the live casino, blackjack, roulette, whatever you're into, the slot machines, it's all happening. MyBookie.ag. Use that promo code. Get in on some NBA Finals action. Get in early on some of that NFL future action. And, of course, there's still baseball. MyBookie.ag. Also, want to give a shout out to our good folks at my favorite sponsor, Blue Chew. Shout out to Blue Chew, all right? That's what's great about Blue Chew. First of all, summertime's coming. In theory, you should be having more relations. Your strange intake should increase during the summer. I just feel like that's the case. It's a good season for fucking. With that being said, you want to make sure your cock is up to par. Yes, you want your dick harder than trigonometry, senior year of high school. That's how hard you want your cock to be. All right. So if you guys don't know, Blue Chew's where it's at. Go to bluechew.com. Use the promo code BOOTLEG. They're going to let you try it for a month for free. You'll see for yourself. It's amazing. All right. Same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable tablet. It's sent right to your door discreetly. It's all online. Absolutely zero person-to-person contact. Everything's handled online. You don't have to go to some embarrassing doctor's appointment. Tell them about your erectile dysfunction. Look, I don't love my wife anymore. She gained a bunch of pounds. I can't get hard. Look, it don't matter how fat your wife got. Your dick's getting hard. Fuck with that Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Use the promo code BOOTLEG right now. Try it for free for a month. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. Let's get back to the interview. What was the LaRusell record something you sent him, or did you guys actually physically get in and
No, we went in.
Yeah.
I went up there. That nigga like a young Master P, bro.
You went up there?
Drove up there.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, me and Migo. We drove up
You
there.
went to his house?
Oh, his compound.
Oh, you got to go to the crib. The crib in Vallejo? It's crazy.
Then they had like a compound, like basketball court in the back.
Yeah.
Studios, all this other shit. Is
The
that
good company shit.
Yeah.
So his house he grew up in is where he has the shows in Vallejo. And we went, I don't know, 3.5 years ago when he first started. And like, he's still in his bedroom. Like, it's so funny to see his bedroom is his studio, but it also was like, there's like a whiteboard where he broke down like a calendar of like what's going to get posted every day. And it was just like, it was just crazy. Cause it's like, this fool's like really just creating his own playbook and like, fuck you if you like it. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, he's really innovative. And I'm like, when I seen that, I'm like, damn, he's like a young Master P over there.
Yeah.
He really trying to figure it out, and I fuck with him for that heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went up there, he did that shit
Quick.
We made like 3 songs.
Yeah, he's quick,
He's
bro.
quick. He's very quick.
Yeah.
He like go.
He don't overthink it. He's like, all right, go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man.
Different for me. I be in that motherfucker like, I gotta make sure the double entendre connects. You know what I'm saying? I just like everything about it. But that nigga fire.
I feel like you've done a really good job of like creating another revenue stream the last like 6 years or so, writing for a lot of artists.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still in that bag? Or are you like fully?
I'm just getting back into it. I kind of like stepped away from it. Like I kind of was like, all right, for sure, I'm gonna focus on my shit, so I don't give nobody a hit.
Please,
That
just,
sound like
I
me.
think I wanted to get to the point where I was going to say, please just focus on your shit. Because then we get this project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just me. So it's like, this is just me locked in on me. But then when it's like, oh, other time, it's like marketing this, tour.
Right.
You feel me? Like selling tickets to like other shit. I'm not even giving a fuck about a studio. But if somebody needs me in to like write for them, then it's cool. But my own project, I'm not in the space to be.
But you've written for like, I mean, when
I've written for hella people.
Yeah, but when you write for like, let's say Danny Lay,
Yeah.
You put yourself mentally in the perspective of a female.
Yeah.
The great writers are able to kind of write from those perspectives. Do you ever have an idea or you see some shit going on and you're like, oh shit, that'd be crazy if someone wrote a song? I mean, it's not my song, but I got the idea. I'm gonna put it in my notes. Like, I want to write this song for someone else to sing.
I'm sure I probably have, but it's not often. I try not to think about studio when I'm not in the studio.
It's more like you got to be in with that person.
Yeah, I got to be in with that person because they feel more connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
When they feel like they wrote it with you, then it's like, oh, I'm connected with it. Because if you just come in like, hey, here, they like, nigga, I didn't write this.
Hey, don't forget to go to bootlegkev.com. You know, we had to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of the most viral interview of all time. Throw the shirt up so you could see it. I turned it down. Shout out to that boy, Big Boogie, a big college in Jacksonville. And we just threw these on sale. Half off for the 500 episode tee. Bootlegkev.com. Go get you a shirt. Let's get back to the interview. What has been the most interesting writing session you've been a part of?
The most interesting? I can't even say because people don't know that they have writers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the craziest session I've seen you at.
What?
The fucking game. When he had Chalice on lock for the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It was like fucking 1 million people in there.
Yeah,
and there was like just ciphers cracking off in the fucking studio.
They're crazy. You walk in, see
you
your
were
girlfriend
there. Fucking Simba was there.
You hear me? You walk in and see your girl in there?
Did that happen to you? I got to ask. I don't know.
No.
That's a problem. Did that happen to somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's rough.
Like you walked in and see his girl in there.
I hope they weren't together too long. Hope they didn't.
City.
I hope they don't save children. Like I share some children at that
Clap
point.
City.
Did he crash out?
Nah, he didn't crash out. He tried to keep it like composure, but it's like 30 niggas in there. It's like,
oh my God,
your girl part of the hose.
I'd have melted.
I would have crashed out.
I would have grabbed her. I mean, respectfully, I'd have grabbed her hand and been like, "Can I talk to you outside?"
I don't even want to talk. What do you need to talk about?
Bitch, we over.
She already know that when she seen me walk
Bitch,
through the door.
come get your shit over here.
Now, when she seen me walk through the door, she would already know that. Like, oh. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're on.
Clap City, huh?
Huh.
All right.
This isn't where you told me you were going to be tonight.
I mean, you in here. All right.
What did you think of the complex list of LA rappers that came out?
Shit was.
Do you think you deserve to be in the 50 yet? In the 50?
I don't think I deserve. I'm working for what I deserve right now. I feel like if they do, then cool.
I respect that because I think I've seen a lot of rappers angry that they didn't make that list. That
I don't give a fuck about nobody list. I don't care.
But
about
also, like a lot of people who are like, certainly like, hey, like you're great, like you're fine, like. But I feel like you're at the beginning of your legacy.
Yeah, I just started my legacy. I don't give a fuck about nobody list.
Right.
Gratefully, like you know, what I'm saying, I was on games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, but that's because he knows me, so he's like, bro. Once they see what I see, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't care about that shit though. I don't get wrapped up in people's lists. I don't get wrapped up. Only nigga list who pissed me off that was able to get under my skin was what's that nigga Dejan Paul? Dejan Paul, the nigga who
he does
like
the report card. What did he give you?
Gave me like a D or an F. I'm like, nigga, I'm really better than a lot of these niggas. Not me.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, but I think it was because I haven't dropped. So when I dropped music, he kind of was like, oh, okay.
I've never met that guy, but you know, he's doing his thing, and you know, he had a thing with DJ Head, which kind of keeps him all the way over there for me. Because Head's like my brother, you know. So
noted.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the top 3 is the only thing that you can't really. Would you put Tupac in the LA list though? Because I say no, because I feel like he got cracking in the Bay first.
The LA list, I'm gonna put Tupac on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Tupac on it. I'm gonna put Tupac on the list. I'm gonna make sure that
there's one fly making my life a living hell right now, by the way.
Yeah, Tupac for sure. Tupac's on that list, period. To me, on that list though, number 1 of like West Coast rappers, Snoop.
I think
is the most like influential, like notable artist from the West that he can go anywhere in the country and everybody know who he is, no matter what.
He's definitely top 2 or 3 most famous person on the planet.
So if he's that, how is he not? Who's bigger than him in West Coast rap? Who's bigger than him? We're not talking about skills. We talking about who's bigger than Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I think if you like look at the criteria, I think if you look at,
Isn't and
I feel like the top 3 to me is undisputed in any. You could just because it's Ice Cube, Snoop, Kendrick. However you feel about where those 3 should be, those are the 3.
I'm not mad at that.
Outside of that,
I'm not mad at that.
Tupac, you can make the. I mean, I think Tupac. You know, like he had like a cool like 2-year run in L.A. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that. I'm literally not mad at that.
But Cube is like NWA, 5 mic album, fucking, you know, also
movies,
also very famous.
Like I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that list.
Yeah, but I do think the top 2 is Kendrick and Snoop.
Yeah.
Personally, I wasn't mad at it because I think Kendrick's the 3rd greatest rapper of all time at this point. So, shout out to KDot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you were able to go to the Grand National Tour?
Fire.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Do you still get inspired when you see shit like that?
Yeah, I go and I see like you see Kendrick doing that and you're like, damn, I want to. This is a stadium,
and it's rap,
and
you know these people.
It's a stadium though. Like
that's the craziest shit. Is they're like, wait a minute, I'm so close to this situation. It's got to be like I'm
surreal.
Like I'm within arm's reach of this shit.
I can call him.
It's possible.
I can call him.
Right.
I can call him. I'm on the phone with him when I'm going at Joe. Hey, you fuck with this?
So you're getting feedback.
Yeah, I always get feedback. Shit still don't come out just like it still got a protocol. Everything got to get it like.
Was there anything that you any notes Kendrick gave you about any of the records?
Like, if anything, is like take something out.
Like, yeah, take that out. Like maybe it's a little too far.
No,
but just
like ad-libs. Like take them ad-libs out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't like, it's like, or if it's not, it just didn't come out.
That's great. So there were records that you cut that he just didn't fuck with. You're like, all right, we got to do something else.
Not just he didn't fuck with it. It's just like, okay,
maybe
that. Yeah. It's like before GoldenEye come out. It's like, these other records is like, we could do this. It's like, that's not a good angle.
GoldenEye shit hard though.
Yeah, GoldenEye's fire.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, it's still the way we run TDE. It's still the same thing.
Shit.
You got to go, like, you know what I'm saying, down the line. They're like, because you still speaking, when they post it, it's going on TDE page.
Going on TD's YouTube.
Yeah, so I'm saying, it's like, nigga, you speaking, and it's coming from our side. So make sure that you coming correct.
We all got to make sure if that logo's there, everyone's got to feel good about it.
I'm correct.
100%. What about Soul? Did Soul give you any pointers?
Yeah, so, Soul is like, you can't really go too far because, like, you know what I'm saying, they boys. So it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And like a lot of people say he's the real boogeyman, which I agree with. So Ab-Soul's a fucking alien.
Yeah.
He's like a rap fucking savant. Like Rain Man, if you will.
I'm fucking weak.
Yeah. You know Rain Man? You ever watch Rain Man?
No.
The guy who's kind of autistic but can play cards and count cards.
Why are you referring that to that? I mean,
no, because he's got autism of bars. He's so honed in. It's crazy. He's like the Rain Man of rap. The way that Rain Man, the Rain Man movie where the guy's he's a card counter but of hip hop. It's not fair, is what I'm trying to say.
Nah.
Like if you go to a casino with a guy who counts cards, he's gonna win.
Yeah,
it's not fair. That's Ab-Soul. It's not fair. He's counting cards. Shout out to Soul, man.
Yeah, shout out Soul.
Is Top as cheap as this Southwest flight story? Is he that guy? He's.
I don't think it's cheap. I think it's frugal
and smart, financially astute.
I'm not spending no 10 bands on no ticket when I could spend $100 on that same ticket.
It's insane for a 40 fucking minute flight.
Just because you want to pop it on a bro. Take that.
Exactly.
If it was me, I'd be like, okay, can I put a ski mask on in the airport because I'm causing too much controversy, like controversy, chaos. Can I put a ski mask on and move through the airport like that? I would rather, because it's like, I don't want to spend $40,000, $50,000 on DJs and all that. I
wish more artists would like think that way, because they'd have like, we see a lot of artists who have all this money and then they end up fucking struggling and
because they didn't spend
doing weed distro drops.
$6 million on
bullshit
PJs.
Yeah. Like you'll see Top courtside at the fucking Lakers game. You know what I'm saying? That's where you fuck some money off. It's something that you really enjoy. A fucking 40-minute flight. I get on the Southwest.
I think he gets season tickets. So he like.
Right. Have you ever gone to a game with Top?
Yeah. Not with Top.
Right. Not yet.
Yeah, not with Top. He sent me to a game
next season.
You can go on your own.
You're a Laker fan, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
You do anything else? No, you could be a Clippers fan, I guess. You could be a Rams fan. Anything LA, I'm like, whatever.
Have you been to Intuit?
It's
a great arena. Best arena in LA.
The what?
The Intuit Dome. Where the Clippers play. It's across the street from SoFi. Dude, that shit is.
I ain't never been to a Clippers game.
I just went to concerts there. I haven't been to. I don't know. Honestly, I went to the Clippers game when the Suns defeated them in the Western Conference Finals, and I was so happy. And I was in a room full of Clippers fans, and I had all my Suns shit on. I was just Chris Paul bounced them the fuck up out of there. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was good times. Hey, we got to wrap up this interview. Another one presented by Hardeen, baby. You already know what it is. Shout out to Hardeen for presenting another episode of the Bootleg Kev podcast. Don't forget, when you're in Vegas, you getting that taxi, you getting that Uber, say, take me to Hardeen, the #1 cannabis dispensary in the world. Premium selection of the craziest gas you could ever ask for. And then they break down what all the terps mean. It's incredible. Go to Hardeen_Las Vegas, shoot them a follow. And when you're in Las Vegas, make sure you shoot them a visit. Hey, real quick, want to tell you about our sponsors at Odd Socks. That's our day one family. Make sure you follow them at Odd Socks Official. I just got done running a 5K with them and Burt Kreischer. You see the Happy Gilmore socks. You know part 2's coming soon. They got the socks. They got the draws, the most comfortable socks in the entire world, plus the underwear, all of it. Get 20% off. Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use that promo code BOOTLEG right now. Or Bootleg Kev. I forget which one it is. I think it's both. I think both work. Anyway, let's get back to the interview. We talk about this being a mixtape. It feels like a debut album, but it's a mixtape.
It's a mixtape.
When is the day? We talked about the song that you were talking about earlier where you needed to be alone in the
That's
in the
album.
room. That's on the album.
But the album is more like we worried about, like, not worried, but that'll be like when I focus on singles. That'll be when I'm like, yo, it needs records. It needs hits on here. It needs stuff that's going to take this album #1. Right now, that project that I just dropped was just me just being free. Where I have the freedom to do that. Being like, okay, well,
I feel like the debut album has to be this, but with
hits.
a couple singles. Yeah.
Hits. That's it. It's this with hits.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. It's like,
you're sitting on so many records, though, that you guys have played me over the years that you had with artists who had you maybe drop those songs at the time those artists were like super scorching hot. You know, might have been, and maybe fast forward to today, maybe some of these songs that you're sitting on, the artists that you did the records with aren't maybe as hot as
but
they
I don't
were.
feel like my project would have been as like potent as it is right now.
Right.
Where it's like, finding like what I want to talk about.
Where do those songs just go into the abyss?
Not the ones that hits because they timeless. The ones that's timeless hits,
right?
We could put them out at any time.
Yeah.
I think we know what they are, so it's like, that's kind of like but other people don't see it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like you've been in I guess the closest thing to like artist boot camp is any artist can be, just training for like this moment, your day.
For sure.
At a certain point in time, is that ever frustrating?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Frustrating because you like, you want to go especially if you're competitive like me, or you like a fucking, like, you just on go. I be trying to be on go, but it's like you don't run your own program, and that kind of like, you just got to trust your team at that space. It's like,
you got to kind of trust the process.
Yeah, and it's hard to do when you're in a space like, when you really want to just, you know what I'm saying? But trusting your team is like what you got to do.
And it's like, the proof is kind of in the pudding. Like the proof of concept's there. It's like,
right. You're looking at the people who's like superstars already. It's like, again, stadiums.
Right.
You want to be in stadiums, you want to be at home.
Right. That
I
makes
pick
sense.
stadiums every time. So
100%. Are you working on any tour stuff coming up?
I'm about to go on tour in July.
July.
Yeah.
How many cities?
I think 4.
Oh, I mean that's tight.
Yeah.
West
quick.
Coast?
Nah, we're gonna go to New York, we're gonna go to Chicago, we're gonna go to Atlanta, we're gonna come back to LA.
Can we get an Arizona show? Fuck.
Bro, I said that.
For fuck's sake, you got Arizona roots.
I literally said that. I told it like my touring agent, like, Arizona. I'm like, bro, I could sell
It's
that.
like your second home.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Like,
you got to make it a 5-piece, man.
That Arizona show would be fire.
The New York show would be crazy if Joey comes out. You got to try to get him to come out with
Somebody else said that in the comments.
That'd be sick.
Like, yo, you got Joey out here. Joey out here.
That'd be fire. I don't even know the venues of New York anymore. Fuck, they're all.
I don't even know the venue to my shows. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
The LA one's gonna be a movie though.
Yeah, LA is gonna be crazy. Period.
Who is on your personal? This is not who you think is the greatest of all time, but your personal Mount Rushmore hip hop.
Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
Just like your go-to 4 guys that are your favorite. That like it doesn't matter. Like one of my guys is Pusha T. I got Pusha T above probably like 99% of the world in terms of the greatest of all time because of my personal taste. I'm
gonna go Dot for sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Andre for sure.
Stacks, yes.
I'm gonna go Meek for sure. I'm gonna go Jada Kiss.
Meek, Kiss, Stacks, and Kendrick. I like that. What did you think of Jada's son hopping into the
I didn't even hear it.
Oh yeah, he did his own Jada Kiss has a son.
I'm not even trying to be disrespectful or funny. I didn't even hear that shit.
Yeah.
I was focusing in on like it's a lot of niggas. The only person I listened to that was from the other side that wasn't Joey is CJ.
Right, because he's a part of the crew.
But that shit sucked. And I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. Like I'm being completely like honest. I was like, they let you drop that shit? And I'm not even trying to like, I promise you.
There was a few songs that came out on each side where I was like,
they let you drop that shit?
maybe this isn't for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you saying like from like West Coast side, the people who jumped in trying to go crazy?
100%.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It got to the point where I was like, and that's what I told Simba. Somebody had just dropped, because Simba was doing his interview here, and Head called him and was like, yo, it's time. And then we started listening. I'm like, Simba, don't do this shit, dog. I was like, this shit is not like, just stay out of it, fool. Like, everyone's getting in. Like, when Jada's son jumps in, you might want to be like, everyone's kind of hopping in and trying to take advantage of like
the moment.
An opportunity.
Yeah, they're going to get them views. Because everybody, me and Weston ain't getting like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 views in a night. Where it's like, damn, if we keep going, but it's just like, I could sacrifice that and keep dropping and make 300, 400,000 views. But it's like, it's getting so muddy that it's like, it's just the clear point of like reference what we talking about, getting lost.
There was a dude who came up here the other day, a Mexican guy from LA. His name's Westmont Scheme. And he rapped over calling out names by Corrupt and did like an entire freestyle about New York. And it was fucking crazy. I wasn't even mad at it. He's like, y'all got Uncle Murder. We got uncles that murder. I like that.
It's a lot. It was a lot. It was good for the culture though, overall. For sure. Overall. So like when I say that, I'm saying it like.
And then the rest of your catalog goes up. A lot of people are like, oh shit.
I just found you because
I got
of
a
this.
project.
Yeah. They're like, oh, your project is fire. Like, okay, well, even if you don't like the disses, you like, oh, this nigga project was fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I didn't get wrapped up in it. Like I say that to like I didn't listen to Jada's son at all. Because then it would have been like, okay, now I gotta fire. It's like, and like I said, Jada's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
I hope he wasn't talking about me. You know what I'm saying? But if he was, like, oh, whatever, it's rap.
What's your favorite song on the project?
On mine?
Yeah.
Suburban Kids.
That's the outro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Suburban Kids. But like that's like the most lyrical, the most everything. Where it's like you just feel like
it's like you're telling your story.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. And then the beat switch.
Crazy.
When people like, you think the song about to go off. Because this is how you expect the project to go off at the beginning.
Right.
And then it turned into some shit that can give you anxiety.
Were you really flocking and like on the like tiptoeing between like the rap game and the, you know, ending up in fucking prison for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was there like a instance or a night or something that happened where you're like, oh my God, like I'm playing with fire here?
Nah, I didn't think that's what I went to jail for. I wasn't like, I didn't think that. It was more so like having a daughter.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, when like, you know my story. So it's like, okay.
You've talked about it at length.
I'm only here. I'm all that she got. You feel me? So if
literally, yeah.
If I fuck up, is it. And that was it. Other than that, no. I didn't care about that shit.
Right.
We was kids doing that shit.
Right. Yeah. You know what's so funny? During the cancel culture era of like 2021, 2022 or so.
That was a real era. That's crazy.
Do you remember when they tried to cancel YG for a fucking song on My Crazy Life?
Nah.
The fucking flocking record on My Crazy Life where he's talking about robbing Asian houses.
Oh, because they don't believe in bank accounts?
But they made the label went and silenced like 3 or 4 bars out of that song, like after it had been out for like 10 years. So if you go listen to that song on My Crazy
For
Life,
real?
there's like they silence parts out.
Nah, man. That's what, to me, I'm like, cancel, like that shit's so weird.
That's a classic song and a classic album.
Weird. It's like you get into spaces where it's like people feel entitled to be able to, I cross that bridge when I get over there. Cause to me, I don't really give a fuck. Like it's like, oh, that's when it's like Crash Out, how my shit was on GoldenEye. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, and if you feel that type of way, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like it's like that shit is crazy. If this song been out 10 years, leave it alone.
Mm.
Bringing up somebody lyrics from 10 years ago, we could bring up a lot of niggas' lyrics from
Yo,
10
like,
years
why
ago
are we- yeah,
where they
like-
were saying F-bombs in it, and it's like, bro, that was just hip hop at the
It
time.
was hip hop. Exactly. And
Like-
it was also just different back
Yeah,
then.
they didn't-
not
they
even
didn't mean it.
throw rap music out. Pop culture was different. Like you could watch South Park and
Yeah,
and
white chicks.
MTV, white chick, all kind of crazy shit that was going on. And people was like,
Now
yo,
it's like, oh, you let somebody try to make white chicks.
yeah, that'd be nice though.
Right.
Or do you remember Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
When fucking what's his face, Robert Downey Jr. was blackface the whole movie. That shit was hilarious.
Was it Tropic Thunder? Was that what it's called?
Yeah, where he played like they had like the fake Vietnam movie
Yeah, when it
going
was
on.
with the weed and shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
but
Jack Black's on like
Yeah,
jonesing for heroin.
I forgot. I know it was Thunder. I didn't know
Ben
it was
Stiller's like never go full retard. You couldn't say that in a movie now.
Right.
Also, good advice. Anyway, there's like you and Zay have such a great relationship. How's his new shit sounding? I'm sure you've gotten a little. Have you
Fire.
been
Like,
able to
Zay-
hear what he's
Zay
working
new
on?
shit is fire. Like the shit that he's working on, I'm happy for him. Like when that nigga pop out, he gonna pop out.
Yeah.
Period.
Also, an alien.
Why
Also,
you say that?
because he's so good. He's like fucking one of like, dude. I think I feel like his first project on TDE is one of the greatest rap albums of all time that never gets talked about.
Sylvia?
Demo, yeah.
Yeah, that shit hard.
That's so fucking good.
I ain't gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
that shit hard. But he got a great catalog.
No, his catalog's insane. But I'm
Yeah.
saying that album is like, to me, it's in the rafter. It's like, it should be talked about more. Yeah, shout out to Zay. You guys should. I feel like, you know what? One thing that,
Us working on a collab project.
yeah.
Everybody say that. We get that on the internet a lot. Like
Because we never got the black hippie thing. It'd be nice to get like the Vaughn, Zay, some J-Rock, get it. Kind of everybody throws their hat in the ring
y'all
a
gonna
little.
get your compilation.
What do you mean?
It's a compilation album.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all gonna get that.
That's going to happen?
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
So there's a TDE compilation that's being worked on?
yeah.
Okay. Is this breaking news?
No,
I didn't know this.
it's been out. Like we've been talking about that.
So, but talking about music on TDE and it actually coming out is it's like two separate things.
Nah, that's
The Black Hippie album was talked about quite a bit. It's now kind of, the Kendrick J. Cole shit was talked
Kendrick
about.
answered though. Kendrick said why.
No, I understood why. I'm just saying, it's nice to say like, yeah, compilations, but is it going to come out?
compilation is fire.
Is it done?
No,
I like this. I like this.
they're like, hey, give me something to throw at this nigga, man.
Don't throw the candle. It's on fire. But listen, the project's out, man. The Good, the Bad, the Dollar Menu. Can you break down the title for me?
The good,
Right.
the bad,
The Struggle. Origin story.
the dollar menu.
Is this your Logan?
What? What?
Your origin story project.
Logan ain't that the nigga from X-Men?
Yeah, Logan was the origin story for Wolverine, bro. Is this your Logan?
Nah, this yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's a weird fucking question. I don't know.
Makes sense though when I say it though. Now that you're thinking about it a little.
No. I don't know, bro. This project for me, this is like my foundation project. The good, the bad, the dollar menu comes from space. The good, the good shit that happens in your life. The bad shit happens in your life. Dollar menu, everything gonna be all right. If you got enough money in your project, if you got enough money in your pocket, get something off the dollar menu, you'll be all right. Good is like steaks. Bad is like nothing.
Dollar menu's cooked now though.
Sleep for dinner. There's no dollar menu now.
It don't exist.
But when it's time, when this project is created, like the time I'm trying to put in the capsule is in those.
For sure, that's what I'm saying. Origin story.
Like triple XLT.
Do you remember your favorite dollar menu item?
Favorite dollar menu item?
Let's go McDonald's strictly.
Double cheeseburger.
The McDouble.
Yeah, McDouble.
Yeah, you get the McDouble, the small fry, and the dollar Coke.
$3.
$3 combo. Put the fries in the fucking McDouble. And if you were feeling frisky, you get that hot and spicy McChicken as well. $4.
Then you make the McGangbang.
The McGangbang. What is the McGangbang? Is that where you put the chicken with the burger?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that right now. That makes me, that sounds amazing. I never put the chicken patty with the burger.
They had that. They for sure made that. No Diddy though.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never could use baby oil ever again. Thanks to that guy. Anyway, I mean, shit, I can't even go to the store and buy baby oil. I cannot imagine having a child right now and you actually need to buy baby oil. You go to the fucking Walgreens, you try to buy yourself a thing of bagel.
Niggas standing in the aisles.
They're
man.
looking at you crazy. They're gonna be like, "You got kids? What if I don't? Fuck." Anyway, Ray Vaughn, man, incredible body of work. I'm proud of you, bro. This is the music that I know you are. You're sitting on some crazy shit.
Yeah, no, I got some records. I feel like people right now, like I said, there's a foundation where we setting right now with this project. You know, other people don't know, but they're gonna.
Nah,
know.
bro, you're
Like
you're fucking incredible.
His record's gonna come out,
and your ability to be like vulnerable in your songs and your music is second to none, dude. That's like I don't know if that's a talent as much as it's like some maturity shit, but it's important, man. So thank you for putting this project out, and thank you for making hip hop exciting the last 2 months, month and a half.
Yeah,
it's been great.
I thank you for that. I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. We had it was fun. Like, you feel me? I feel like we pushed hip hop to the forefront again.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? When Drake was at it, hip hop was the forefront.
Yep.
You couldn't do we stopped the internet to make them focus on rap. That's what it's about. Hip hop.
100%.
Rap battles are a part of hip hop.
Yep.
So it's like, it is what it is. It's all for the sport, for everybody involved. The whole pro era, the whole East Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's hip hop.
Yeah. Shout out to Pro Era. Shout out to TDE. Shout out to my guy Ray Vaughn. The album is out. Mixtape, whatever he wants to call it, to make him feel better about himself. It feels like an album, but it's definitely an album. But it's called a mixtape because contractually they got to call it that. I get it. Anyway,
contractually it's crazy.
But it's right. But it's right. You know that's why it's a mixtape.
No, that's not why it's a mixtape.
That is why it's a mixtape.
It's not.
You and I know it. Anyway, it's an incredible body of work. Second best album of the year. Number two. Not quite number one, but number two. Appreciate you, Ray Vaughn, my dog.